back to Wacky Wednesday for this wacky week where we only have 4 days. Or maybe it's Wonderful Wednesday because it's already the middle of the week and this is only the second day of school this week. So Math Minute number 15, we're going to go ahead and correct that and answer hopefully any questions that you might have had on any of the problems. So what is the value in cents of 2 quarters? So let's see, 2 quarters is 50 cents. 3 dimes, all right, 3 times 10 cents, that's 30 cents. And 4 nickels, 4 times 5 is 20 cents. So we have 30 cents, 20 cents, and 50 cents. Now, I know you might be tempted to call that $1 because it is technically $1, but it wants to know the value in cents. So I have 100 cents. Make sure you're giving me the answer I am requesting. Number 2, circle the set of lines that are perpendicular. These lines here are intersecting lines, but they are lacking the 90-degree angle that is necessary to have perpendicular lines. These lines over here, they're like 2 L's, like the L's in parallel, which tells you that they're parallel lines. Well, that tells me that this last option here, the one right in the middle, those are perpendicular. Perpendicular lines are intersecting lines with a right angle. Again, they intersect and create a 90-degree angle. Number 3, which set of shapes shows 2 figures that are congruent? So congruency has 2 requirements. 1, they must be the same shape. So automatically I can tell you that B is not a choice because they're really not, although they're both parallelograms, they're not the exact same kind of parallelogram. The second requirement that has to be satisfied is that they have to be the same size. So that automatically gets rid of answer A. These are the same shape, but they are not the same size. This little one could fit into this larger one. That leaves us with C. Initially, you may not think that C is the answer because they don't look exactly the same, but they are the same shape. They are both right triangles, and they are the same size. One is just flipped upside down in comparison to the other. Orientation is not a quality of congruency. It's same size, same shape. One can be flipped around, that's fine, as long as they're the same size and same shape. So it's C. For number 4, we're going to write greater than, less than, or equal to, or technically I think, yeah, greater than, less than, or equal to, 2/8 and 2/9. If I have to share a piece of pizza, okay, I'm going to have 8 slices. And only 2 remain. That is a quarter of the pizza that remains. If I have 9 slices, let's hope I can get this drawn out accurately. And so I'm going to split that into ninths. That's as good as I think I can make it. And I'm going to color in 2 of those. Even though this is only slightly smaller, my ninths are smaller pieces. So having 2 smaller pieces or 2 larger pieces, 2/8 is going to be larger than 2/9. Again, I'd much rather have 2 pieces of pizza that are slightly larger than 2 pieces of pizza that are slightly smaller. Now, I do like to add the alligator mouth to the greater than sign just to remind you that the open mouth on the sign always wants to eat the larger portion. That's because alligators are extremely hungry and they want something fat and juicy to eat. Then we have 1/5 and 2/10. I'm going to go ahead and create a equivalent fraction. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Oh, 2/10 and 1/5 are actually equal. And in this case, when I draw my alligator, I have a very confused alligator because he doesn't know which one to eat. They're the same size. We're going to complete the pattern. So let's see, 5 to 7, that's up 2. 7 to 4, that's down 3. 4 to 6, that's up 2. 6 to 3, that's down 3. So I'm going up 2 each time and down 3 the opposing times. So 5 minus 3 is 2. All right, what is the perimeter of a square if each side is 5 feet? I can do this in 2 ways. I can draw it out and say, okay, I have 5 feet and 5 feet and 5 feet and 5 feet. Or I can think about the definition of a square. On a square, if all four sides, by definition, are equivalent, therefore, I would really just need to take 4 times the length of the side. And in this case, the length of the side is 5. So 4 times 5 is 20 feet. And I can again look at my illustration and find the same, 5, 10, 15, and 20. Remember, perimeter is plus. We're adding around the outside. In this case, yes, we are doing some multiplication, but we're doing it because the definition of square is such that each side is equivalent to the next. The y numbers in this chart are blank times the x number. So I have to look. X times what will give me y? 2 times 5 gives me 10. Does that work? 3 times 5 equals 15, and 7 times 5 equals 35. So I know that the y numbers are 5 times the x numbers. When we write equations later in the year, you're going to notice that I could write this as 5 times x will equal y. Okay? This number is independent and y is dependent because the answer depends on whatever x is. Then we have 150 minus 25 is 125. 275 minus 125, we have 5 minus 5 is 0. 7 minus 2 is 5, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So that's 150. And 325 minus 75, well, 5 minus 5 is 0. I can do 32 minus 7, which in this case is 25. So I have 250. I think I've got that correct. Number 10, I have 155 divided by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 minus 15 is 0. Then I have 5 goes into 5 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. And that's 0. So 155 divided by 5 is 31. 4 goes into 4 one time. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Bring down the 0. 4 goes into 0, 0 times. 4 times 0 is still 0. Now we bring down our 8. 4 goes into 8, 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. So 408 divided by 4 is 102. Okay, I will see you tomorrow for the final Math Minute of this week. That will be Math Minute 16, and then you'll have your Math Minute quiz on Friday the 11th.